My name is Jim Scott. I'm 25 years old from the southwest of England. I've always had a passion for both cars and motorbikes, and I've been riding for nearly 6 years now. I'd like to think that my youth will be a positive element in this particular project and hopefully help promote Harley Davidson to a slightly younger demographic. I've had a few bikes over the years. I actually swapped a box of parts for my first 125. Steadily been working my way up the food chain ever since then. The bike I'm riding in these videos is actually my dad's Dyna Fat Bob. He's kindly lent it to me for the purposes of this video, and I thoroughly enjoyed and appreciated the opportunity to ride it. For me, Harley Davidson embodies everything I want from motorcycling. It's the sound, the style and the history that culminates in the ultimate riding experience. I would much rather have a thundering cruiser than a knee-tickling screamer. A lot of people my age rush out and just buy the quickest bike they can afford and then realise that perhaps wasn't the most intelligent approach. But at Harley, you have plenty of and they're easy enough to ride. They'll fulfil the wanderlust you might have and just encourage you to keep on riding. My main ride is a 2004 SV 650 Suzuki. Great bike, served me very well. The main incentive for purchasing it was the engine. I had just about enough of feeling weak and puny and pathetic on my little Honda 250 and out riding Dad and his Harley. So it had to be something with a big twin. Still have that little Honda, but I'm currently trying to give it a bit of a testosterone boost and hopefully a little bit more credibility as well. It's one of several projects I have on the go. I also have a 1971 Mini that I've been steadily working on, and I currently work at a garage that specialises in the restoration and race prep of vintage cars. So it's basically English version of an old hot rod shop. My other main passion in life is music. I quite often strap a guitar to my back and ride off to band practice or whatever. Undeniably, motorcycling and music go hand in hand. Both allow a certain focus and freedom, and also result in a lot of enjoyment and usually a lot of noise as well. Road trips are a great way to get even further inspiration from riding. And travelling around the world is something I desperately want to do a lot more of. My dream European ride would see me exploring the rest of Britain, going through Wales, Ireland and England before heading south again through France and on to Spain, where hopefully it would coincide with the Hog Rally in Jerez in June. I'd want to take in as many mountain roads and coastlines as I could on my way to Italy. certainly not opposed to stopping off at the local historical and cultural locations before firing the bike up again and heading off to the next experience. I then want to circumnavigate Italy before working my way up north, perhaps through some of the less obvious destinations, onto Scandinavia, through Finland, Sweden and Norway, before tackling Iceland, and then head home through Scotland. I like the idea of demonstrating just how capable a street glide is by tackling all manner of roads whilst carrying all my own luggage on the bike with me, showing that you don't need to rely on support crew and vehicles to carry all of your shoes and underwear and all that crap for you. You can get out there with a group or on your own and just go and explore. Having spent last summer in America teaching music to kids in a summer camp, I then travelled through New York, Nashville, Memphis and New Orleans before going to Miami, where I was lucky enough to tick a box on the bucket list, and I rode a 2003 anniversary model Fat Boy from Miami to Key West and back.
Just on the way back from Key West now. Got in a bit later than expected last night because of the weather. I was riding through quite painful rain on the famous 7 Mile bridge, which is actually longer than 7 miles, which is kind of frustrating. It's about an hour's worth of riding with no shelter or anywhere to stop, so that was a bit sketchy. I got there in the end and it was good. The hotel was really nice and it's a lovely little place, Key West. It was dark when I got there, so I couldn't really even see properly. I had a quick look around this morning. It is definitely somewhere to check out. You can see behind me nice blue skies, a couple of nice houses and stuff. There's been a few jet skis and boats bombing around. Unfortunately, ahead of me on the way back to Miami, we've got quite a lot of clouds. Probably going to rain again. So I got that to look forward to. Unfortunately, we've got a trusted companion in the form of that. Not the bike I was expecting to get. They double booked, so I couldn't get the night rod, but the Harley Fat Boy is kind of more famous. It's the Terminator bike, for those of you who don't know. The one Arnie rode. Hopefully the mic won't distort. It's a really rubbish microphone on this phone. It's quite loud, which is good, but if it sounds a bit crackly and like it's broken, it's the phone's fault, not the bike. So here we go. Quite nicely. Pretty loud.
The weather was less than perfect at times, but overall it was a fantastic experience and really motivated me to just do as much travelling as I can. If I was to be awarded this opportunity, I would quite frankly be grinning like an idiot from start to finish, and I would do my very best to capture the adventure for everyone else to enjoy it as well.